Hello, all of you vainglorious, you wonderful people. This is the Western Rogue, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road for some harebrained idea. This is the second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 167 votes for an airplane. Anyway, normally at this point I throw comments up on the screen, but instead I want to talk about Will It Off-Road. Because this is the 100th Will It Off-Road video that I have uploaded to YouTube. And that's not counting the Will It Off-Road in the snow videos. That's just regular Will It Off-Road. God, look at that plane struggle to even get off the start line. It's just so, the wingspan, man. But anyways, yeah, 100 Will It Off-Road videos. It's a pretty good milestone. And before I forget, I want to mention, I forgot to mention it last week, and it was live last week. But Will It Off-Road Bingo, an idea that I totally ripped off from Bruffy, is now live. There's a link in the description down below. You can click on that link, hit generate card, and then play along at home. And if you get bingo, well, put bingo in the comments. Just to make, Will It Off-Road a little bit more fun. I am trying to make Will It Off-Road a lot more fun. You guys know that Commander Hobo is often in the videos. The past 2 weeks now you've seen Sven, who is once again responsible for this torture because he voted this thing way up. It was another member of our Discord server who's actually a moderator, count him as a good friend. I call him Raven. His name's Bran, so he has an excellent first name. I don't know what he's going by in Discord at the moment. He seems to change it more often than I change. Well, there you go. We're not going to finish that thought. But, so, yeah, Sven voted this thing up because, he thought it would be funny. Apparently there's a city bus coming soon, too. But I think he and Sparring Donkey, or is it Sparring Donkey? I never really know. I think they've been in a little bit of a battle over who's going to get their vehicles picked, and you can join that battle. To give you a few statistics about Will It Off-Road, there have been 9,867 votes submitted. Most of those votes with multiple vehicles, people taking advantage of the fact that you can submit up to 3 vehicles per vote. You can't vote for the same vehicle 3 times in one vote, but you can vote for 3 vehicles with one vote. And you can vote as often as you like. If you've got the free time and you just want to keep going back to the form over and over again, just do it. You can. You can, like Sven has done the past couple weeks, you can totally rig the votes. But speaking of the voting, the most voted for vehicle ever by a long shot was the Karen Technical Aqua with 3,130 votes. And that was done by Tacos Potatoes. I still think he had to have written a script for that. But he swears he didn't, but he just had a bunch of tabs open in Chrome ready to go. So, wow. Because he submitted them really fast. Because I see, it doesn't show me who submitted them. People just tell me. That's how I know who submitted them. Because they laugh at the torture they're going to put me through. And of course, you can join the Discord and make fun of me there as well. And join in on that. But, yeah, Tacos told me that he did that. But they were all submitted within seconds of each other. I mean, not all 3,000 of them, but they came in like every 2 seconds. So, kids quick with a mouse. Also in voting, as we mow down a hiker almost literally, there are currently 30 vehicles that have been voted for one time. So somebody's like, yeah, I'll vote for that, thinking that the voting's not totally rigged, and had hope that, one day they'd see those cars. And there's some good cars on that single vote list, by the way, so you might want to check them out. Another hiker down. We have tested 201 vehicles as of last week, not this week. So today, this is 202, and you're about to see 203 later in the video. We have some engine damage. Maybe from hitting the hikers, maybe from constantly burying the prop. But we have to ask ourselves, will the Rogue off-road as I run it to a rock and the propeller falls off? No. It's DNF. I'm so sorry, Brandon. You should have let me fly the thing up. He requested that I drive it up, by the way. That's why I've been doing it this way. Instead of just taking off and flying like I did in the buzzer. Months ago, he asked for this. So I thought if I pulled back, maybe I could glide. But, yeah. Didn't go so well. So normally at this point, we go ahead, go to the top of Mount Chiliad for a damaged descent. But with this, obviously I couldn't drive it back up. You can't really cargo bob planes. So I had to land it at the top of the mountain. And I think I did a pretty good landing here, but it runs into problems. And normally I don't show you outtakes. You know, I save those for fail videos. But I thought I'd show you this here. Yeah. I got up here, and then I couldn't figure out how to get near the top to be able to fly this thing, or at least drive it back off the mountain for a damage descent. I thought maybe I could get up this way, but then quickly realized there was no way with the wingspan I was going to get around those rocks by the stairs. So I turned around. I edited a bunch of time out there, but I turned around, tried to bring it back down, which, by the way, this is Sven's plane. We've already blown up one. And of course it was ruined even when the propeller busted off. But here I have the thing absolutely stuck. And while you watch me get it unstuck, going back to some stats about Will It Offroad, since this is the 100th, because I love numbers, if you can't tell. So I have a spreadsheet for Will It Offroad for crying out loud. I also have a spreadsheet for heist payouts and what daily objectives pay out. The average value of the cars in all my garages, plus a list of all the cars in my garages. I like numbers. So, the average ascent in Will It Offroad is 3 minutes, 45.52 seconds, with a tenth of a second slower than the Dubsta 2, which makes the Dubsta 2 the average off-roader out of the 203 vehicles that have been tested, well, 201 as of this video, which I think that's kind of awesome, because the Dubsta is pretty average. I'm going to manage to do it, and this is why I've been showing you this. All my struggles were for naught because I managed to bust the propeller off, and Sven had to call in another plane. He would not let me fly it this time. He landed it here so that we could actually do a damage descent. Pulling back on the stick, hoping I don't just plummet off to my death again, and we're airborne. So I thought it'd be a good idea to cut the engine and just glide. I did not realize that without the prop going, the Rogue sinks like a stone. Figured that out really quick as I began to just fall out of the sky. Got back on the gas, but now I'm at the end. I have to land. I'm trying my best to get over there, but I failed. Sven didn't trust in me, and it cost him his life. And I managed to get wedged on a bridge, knocked off landing gear, and ruined yet another prop. So that's 3 of Sven's planes I busted. So the landing gear's gone. It's a total loss because of the broken propeller, and of course the damage includes Sven. But that brings us to our next vehicle, the BF Injection, coming in with 175 votes, which is really cool because I like this car. I didn't really know I liked this car until right now, until I recorded it. This thing is great off-road, but for some comments from Sven, how does he do this? Anyways, anybody else hyped for the next DLC? Or are you worried that they're going to make it even worse? I'm always worried that they're going to make it worse. However, as I was editing the video, and I thought, yeah, I am always worried they're going to make it worse, I have to say that on a whole, GTA Online is way better than it was when it first launched. And I'm not talking about, like, the dumpster fire that it was when it first launched, but once they got some of the basics fixed, like, you know, you used to spawn right in front of the person that killed you so they could instantly kill you again over and over again, and how you lost something, what was it, $5,000 every time you died. Even if the cash was in the bank, you lost a lot of money, so it made it difficult to amass any money to buy anything, and that's even back when things were cheap. You know, I am always worried that the cash grab, the blatant cash grab that we know that GTA Online is going to get even worse with each DLC. I'm just always worried, like, what insane prices are we going to come up with? What $10 million gold jet are we going to get this time? You know, that type of stuff. But then I have to stop and think about it and think that, you know what, there's a lot of fun that I still have in GTA Online So yeah, I am kind of excited for new DLC. It may bring more stuff for us to bitch and moan about, and I can almost guarantee that it will. But on a whole, they have consistently made GTA Online better and better. So I guess now I'm kind of hyped. And rumor has it, from my source at least, saying June or July for the next DLC. But talking about the final statistic for, actually two final statistics for the 100th video here for Will It Offroad, there have been 53 vehicles that have made it to the top of Mount Chiliad in under 3 minutes out of the 201 tested. Out of that 201, 10% of them almost, 20 of them DNF'd on the Ascent. So, kind of interesting. However, we are not going to see a DNF on the injection. In fact, I'm doing better in this car than Sven and Commander Hobo are doing in their Comet Safaris, which they have way more power, way more top speed and everything. But the great thing about the injection is it has just the right amount of power. It has never struggled for grip once going up this mountain. I mean, you've been seeing it. This has been utterly enjoyable to drive. The only problem I ran into was here, and this was more my problem in the angle that I chose to turn. This isn't really the car's problem. As you'll see, once I get it turned around, it just goes right up. Had I gotten that angle right to begin with, this would have been even shorter time. But we are up to the top of Mount Chiliad. 2 minutes, 49, almost 50 seconds. Will it off-road? Yep, as Commander Hobo nearly rear-ended me. And like I said, it was an absolute joy to drive this thing up the mountain. I never really had taken it off-road. Owned it forever. It's just sat in my garage forever. I never get it out and drive it unless when I play car lottery, I manage to get the thing. But I think the next time, you know, my buddy Rocket's like, hey, you want to off-road? I'm going to try out the BF injection because it was great. The only thing it struggles with, by the way, is this not just a beautiful sunrise right now with the way the light is? But the only thing that it does struggle with are brakes. And a little bit of traction issues at higher speeds. The back end does let go. And you'll see that come into play here. But the braking is, well, it's not good. That's why I am going so slow. Because I know the braking is bad. Because once I get some speed going, this thing does not want to slow down. Surprisingly, it doesn't lock up too bad. And even if you do manage to lock up, it doesn't really lose the ability to be controlled. It does fine. It's just at the higher speeds, it will spin out. And that's going to happen twice during this controlled descent. Not, you know, to do spoilers or anything, but, you know, it's going to happen. Gives you something to look forward to in the next minute and a half. Or maybe 2.5 minutes. I don't remember how long it takes us when we get down, honestly. Just edited the video like 45 minutes ago. You'd think I would remember those numbers. But no. But definitely having a lot of fun with this. As far as stats for the BF injection, this makes it the 5th in the off-road category. It beat the Brawler by 6 seconds. But it was slower than the Night Shark by 12 seconds. So it's got a big gap. So it'll probably hold on to that 6th place for a while. Overall, it was 29th, I think, if I'm reading my own writing right. There you go. You can see that's the first issue we got from this car. It was right behind the Felter by about 0.2 of a second and just ahead of Hakachu Drag by 0.15 seconds. So that kind of gives you an idea of where the BF injection falls. Got a little too much speed there. I was airborne, so I overshot my jump. And then Commander Hobo did the same thing. I think Sven did too. So I heard a bit of a collision back there. And then I'm going to run into another bit of an issue. Not here, but as we come down off of this path, I've just got a little too much speed. Plus it was a little unsettled, and so it kind of spun around. But the great thing about this car is even when it does jump and go over bumps, it is planted. I mean, when it lands, there's no drama. None. It just lands and keeps on going. Doesn't bounce around. It doesn't become unpredictable. It's just really, with high-speed turns, you've got to watch it. And that's it. Which is what you want out of an off-roader. You know, I know we talk about being under 3 minutes, but off-roading is not really about speed. But check out this poor braking distance. Break the normal spot and wind up in the middle of the highway. Yeah, as Commander Hobo instigates some lower income hostility, and Sven gets involved, and then Commander Hobo rages on the poor guy. Beansy gated that guy. Anyways, back at the top for our damage descent. And this is going to be about the only place that the Comet Safaris, with their superior power, managed to get somewhere quicker than me, because you can see they're already much farther down before they finally start crashing. That's because they were just able, with their all-wheel drive and more power, to get a lot more speed off of that ramp than I was. But you know what? That's fine, because, like I said, I loved this BF injection. It was... God, I just can't say enough good things about it. I just genuinely enjoyed it. However, as you might have heard, I don't know if it was loud enough, but there's already an engine rattle. With the engine being out back, I guess it does take a lot of damage. It is upgraded. I wasn't even sure if I had upgraded this vehicle. I went and checked in Beakers. It is fully upgraded. So even with 100% armor, it's taken some pretty significant engine damage. Other than that, I mean, it's lost a door and some lights, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. Gets a little bit unhappy in the bumpy, muddy bits here. God, how many years did it take me to be able to say bumpy, muddy without tongue-tying myself? A year and a half of Willett Offroad? Yeah. Pretty much. But it's doing alright, but it just doesn't really like that type of terrain, apparently. Nice little bump into the wood pile, and we're finally down. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the BF injection. After Commander Hobo and Schvinn make their appearance. Kind of forgot about that. There we go. There they are. So most of the lights gone as it rains. The rear side windows are out. The right door is gone. It does have bent wheels, and there is that engine damage that I spoke of. We'll take a look at the two Comet Safaris. They look far, far worse. They're beat up. They're gone. They're trashed. But hey, that is going to do it for Willett Offroad number 100. Make sure you go vote for the vehicles that you want to see featured in upcoming Willett Offroad videos. Make sure you play bingo, and if you get bingo, put bingo down in the comments. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.